Okay then, you lovely lot. It's catch-up time, and there's
You're
someone
involved.
different here today. What's going on there, J-Lad?
I don't know.
I've actually fished some matches, folks, and it's been right good, actually. So, got 3 to talk about. Partridge, Herringbrook, Weston and Partridge in that order. So
first, all Fishermanias, aren't they?
All Fishermanias, yeah. I've not done Golden Reels and Mavis for ages.
No, I haven't thinking about it. I haven't done a Golden Reel for ages.
Definitely not been worth talking about. Anyway, so first one first, then back. What was it? It's going to be 4 weeks ago, isn't it?
A few weeks ago, yeah.
Herringbrook. So talk was of the draw in the morning. In fact, no, I'm going to talk you through what happened when I drove down the lane. You've got like meadow on your left hand side there for those of you not been. I'm looking over, I'm like, blooming, there's loads of frogs on top there. So
I thought
there were loads of frogs.
Only you would think the lake's infested by frogs.
Honestly, folks, the water was like rippling and boiling. I'm like, why is there a load of frogs? I thought they've had the frogs born already, you know what I mean? So I parked my van up, gone another walk round, I'm like, oh my days, there's fish everywhere, weren't they? So I thought, right, I want to draw on there, forgetting a mugging capital and centre, but
didn't want to be.
no, all talk was in the queue to draw 23 Canal, obviously a few pegs on Match Lake, wasn't there? Or is it Match Lake or Match Pool?
Match Lake.
Match Lake.
That's what everyone seemed to fancy, wasn't it? It was a draw on Match Lake, although it was quite tightly pegged. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
An odd draw on Bridge.
Yes.
In hindsight, that's where we should have fancied because of the only 10 people being on Bridge.
Yeah, I didn't realise that, did we?
No, we hadn't looked at the pegging, but pegs-wise, 23 on Canal.
Yeah, so as soon as I saw like meadow was every peg, I'm like, actually, I don't want to be on there. Even though there's like miles of room in between pegs and everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Still, it wasn't going to catch the big weight.
They weren't frogs.
People on.
They were fish. So, talk was to draw 23 Canal. So I've gone in like 22 Canal. What's that one like? I'm like, no, Andy, you're just off them. But you'll have a day's fishing. So I went and saw, either go and see Damien, obviously I spoke to you, went and saw Damien Bracken, who fishes it all the time, and he told me what to do. Fish tight across to cover, where you've got these they're like Norfolk reeds, aren't they?
Yeah, some
them sticky up ones. Now I remember like way back in the day, I actually qualified at Herringbrook on Canal, but like a bit further round, and I fished into these stick-ups that day on like a stupidly heavy rig, so I'm thinking I've got to set one of them up.
Yeah.
But then I did sort of like 5 other normal shallow rigs, and then I've had a lovely margin to my right, sort of like 6 metres, where I could get into sort of like 18 inches, it was nice.
Yeah.
And I've had a hard pellet line in front of me on a top kitten one. So I've set loads and loads of gear up, more than I normally do. So I take the thing serious, folks, you know what I mean? So I've started off on my top kit whilst I was priming my shallow swim against these reeds at like 14.5, and it was solid.
Lovely.
It was amazing on pellets. I'm like, actually, J-Lad knows what he's on about. Obviously, the locals there fish meat and that. Guys, don't meat cock, but I'll see what you mean about him shipping out. Yes, I love that.
That's impressive.
That's amazing. Yeah, so I've gone down the pellet route, feeding
all the way.
That is literally a one-er. Sorry, folks, just watching someone ship back with no roller in a one-er. It's amazing, and he's fishing like 12 metres.
Amazing.
So I was banding a 6 mil and feeding 4 mils, and it was just going lovely, just cupping a few in, swinging your rig out, letting it settle.
All F1s.
Oh, yeah, but weren't the massive F1s. They were like
everything at Herringbrook is big. Even the little fish are big at Herringbrook. They're all a big stamp.
Really angry. Yeah. And then it started fizzing like mad. So obviously I fed too much bait, and then what's passed? Probably 40 minutes has passed, and I've got £40 on my clicker.
Have you?
Oh yeah,
40 minutes.
Yeah, I was flying. In fact, yeah, Weedy Junior drew the peg 23, and he started off short on meat, chopped loads of tins of meat up, and then he's gone across, started catching shallow. So I'm thinking, right, I've got to get shallow. Even though I was getting bites there was fish there, they were fizzing, but they started going a little bit pungy.
Yeah. And
obviously with weed, I didn't want to get them too far ahead, so I've gone straight across shallow. I've lost my first 3 fish on this really heavy rig, but then it wasn't really going. I couldn't really get bites on it, so I've changed and gone on a lighter one. But even the light one was still like 0.18.
Have all your rigs been normal rigs?
Yeah, I've done a couple like overshotted ones, but I couldn't get a bite because it was clear, Jay.
Yeah, they didn't like that. That used to be a thing in the sticks, right? When I was coaching, a normal rig that you turn over, everyone does you.
Yeah.
Whereas if you can catch on an overshotted one, but not like a float overshotted, proper no float chop, everyone will come out.
Right, okay.
If yours dead clear, that's why you're not catching on it, because you can't do it.
And it was bright and it was windy as well. It's pretty difficult to hold the pole across. So persevered with it for a bit, banded caster, caught a few on it, but I wasn't enjoying it. And then I noticed the swirl sort of 90 minutes in down my head, so I'm like, all right, there's rocks up there then. So I've gone and caught a few F1s there, then gone back down the middle again and just caught a few. And then it's done my head in across, because you could see these fish flashing. I'm like, I've got to have a proper go for them again. So I've gone across, persevered with it for a bit, caught a few, but lost more than ended up catching. So I went through like 4 rigs like in quick time, so I just sacked that off completely, and then just concentrated on short and edges, and I've had a lovely day's fishing in the end. Weed has had, what's he had? £129. I've had £119, and can we say he won it? Are you going to talk that part?
Yeah, tell me one.
And Mikey Williams won the match from Peg 1 on Bridge with £201. So go on, Mikey.
We were like, I was so made up. Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, definitely.
But yes, Mikey took it out, didn't he?
Fishing it again, I reckon 150 would be achievable, but there's no way I was catching £200.
No.
So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I were exactly the same.
Go on, talk us through yours. Where have you drawn, Jay Lad?
I drew on Bridge. Really, really happy with I drew. Loads of room. I drew.
Just actually, before he gets going, I had £119.13. Yeah. Remember that? Right, go on, Jay Lad.
So I've drawn 20 on Bridge. Did I draw 20? I think it's 20 on Bridge, in between the 2 bends.
So I thought you were on like one of the... It's like the old barbel peg, wasn't it? I thought you were on the bend with like the bush and all.
No, I'm just off them. The barbel peg, I was on the old barbel peg. Used to be a crack in the bank.
That's it. Yeah,
like in the middle it was though.
Yeah. Didn't feed anything, just put your float in like barbel.
It used to be. You used to have to lower your rig into it, but I didn't even check for that. There's no barbel in there.
Crack in the bank. Cheeky.
And lovely day. I've had similar to you.
Yeah.
I started on our pellets as well.
Go on,
I caught a couple, but not many.
You're not
like it was
meat
too
cock?
deep. No, I did meat, and I was going to swap it to meat, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And I fed meat in my edge, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Just wasn't. But mine was too deep in the middle. I had like 6 foot in the middle.
Oh, did you?
And I should have fished it on like top kitten 1.
It was lovely. Well, it's 4 foot. It was lovely.
But
like,
it was nice.
You know what I mean?
Bottom. Mine was too deep. I've gone across, and what I've got now on there is a gap in the island, but it's this deep and full of roots.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've literally fished my usual pellet line. Actual hole in the island right across that wide. That Dean's dug out just for water movement.
Yeah.
Good thing, like.
Yeah.
But these big clever carp, I'm fishing my pellets to the corner, pinging a few pellets, and my overspray, I've got these big ugly carp on it. Couldn't catch one.
Oh, right, proper clever one, or just like
just horrible,
in
just
the
dead clever.
Roots
they're in the roots, but I can't catch them either. And I've spent so much time chasing them. I caught really well down.
Yeah.
F1s, and I should have just fished them. I should have just fished that all day, and I'd have been the same as you. I'd have caught 140 to 150.
Yeah.
But luckily, Mikey caught that.
I was going to say, do your heading, wouldn't it? I mean, I think it's done Chris's heading next to me, but realistically, £200
at least it's
weight,
yeah. If it was 150, everyone would have gone home sulking.
Yeah.
That hadn't won. But anyway, all good. And I weighed.
Come on, Jay. So remember, folks, £119.13. What did you have?
I weighed 119 pounds. What?
10. So Jay Lad was 4th and I was 3rd. But the best thing about it, I was driving back. And he's just like looking at me, like I was in my van. He's like, "What are you staying for? You haven't won out. What are you on about?" Like, I just smiled. I didn't have the heart to tell him at the time, and I got the organizer Dave to like shout the weights out.
Cheers, mate.
And in 4th place. Oh, it's right funny, but yeah, it was a good day's fishing. I enjoyed it.
It was. Herringbrook was moody but very good.
Yeah, I like him. I've got another one there in a few weeks. Oh, next week actually.
Yes.
So
after
that we went to Weston.
Weston Pools.
Weston Pools. Now Weston, all talk again was sort of clay pit really, wasn't it, for like the muggers and stuff like that, would you say?
It was. Yeah, we were all expecting it to be a tricky-ish one, a 120, 140 match.
What a venue, Weston.
So mugging was going to be the way with the weather one.
I've always said to you, when we've done a bit of filming there in Reshad, I've always fancied the look of Jack's Pool, but we've only ever been on it when it's been like proper cold.
Yeah.
So I've gone and drawn Jack's Peg 23, which is right in a corner, a little Nutty Boys corner with like lily pads everywhere. I'm like, this looks amazing. Right. Brilliant. So obviously there's a few pegs on Stretton behind me. Callum was right behind me on 19, would he have been? And then Chris Lane on the fancy pegs. Is it 16, 15?
17.
And 17.
16 a little bit. My dad was on 15, wasn't he?
15, and Ryan was on 14, wasn't he? So I've just had a lovely day's fishing. I've took 4 pints of maggots, 4 pints of casters, set loads of rigs up, fished shallow, started off on the top kit, had a few there, then it just went horrible, and then just fished shallow towards these pads, and just had a lovely day's fishing. I've had £70 after 2 hours. It's quick, £70 after 2 hours, and just basically ran out of fish. So
I've said this to you after it, that's probably one of the worst pegs on Jack's.
Yeah, but it looked amazing though, mate.
But it's not, they've got no island, it's not, it looks nice that corner, but it's very silty, very shallow.
Really silty. So what I've done there, obviously, I plumbed it up and it seemed all right, and then I've gone in and like just kept getting twigs, so I thought, right, got my land in, scooped it all out, plumbed it up again, made it that much deeper, but clean, and I've had 4 carp off that for like £20.
Have you?
£25, and they were angry, really
very
angry. But all night I've just watched Kieran on peg 5. He's had this like willow tree going down to the water at 30 metres, and what a day's fishing he's had. He's put his second silver's net in after an hour and a half. You know what I mean? He's had like 70. Well, no, he's had 90 pound of Ide and chub and. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Skimmers and now I'm like,
dream,
oh my
mate.
days. I was getting one every sort of like, 2 or 3 minutes in there, and he was getting one literally every go in on banded casters. These are the right days fishing. But I was the last person on the whole complex to weigh in as well. And I've had 115 pounds, so lovely days fishing, but come nowhere. Kieran's had 183 pound, or they have 180? No, 180 pound. He was third in the match. And Jason Brown around for me on peg 14, he's had 135 pound on my leg.
So pterodactyl.
Go on, it's fished its absolute brains off. I think I'd have been like 15th overall with that
It
leg.
fished its brains off, didn't it?
Such a venue, mate, that.
Yes.
But
Go into the winners on that one, because my day was very flat then, but...
Who won it?
Matty?
Matty won it, didn't he, on peg 6? Called it straight away, didn't he?
£196.
Go on, Matty, lad.
Once he drew it, he was like, yeah, it'd have been in your top 2 or 3 picks.
Would it?
But I'd have never said he'd have caught that weight.
Right, okay.
But I'd have never thought anyone would have caught that weight on the complex.
Yeah.
Of 180 plus. I
Just
didn't
shows
think
how good it is.
It fished its brains out, didn't it? Well, Matty's caught big old vintage things.
Yeah.
Swinging pellets, so fair play to him. He was in the mood that we've all been in, that I'm sick of qualifiers, I'm not getting a chance, and he wasn't. And we have the conversation together, me and Matty all the time, it's just, you got to keep going. And it's when you're not expecting it, you go, oh, right.
Yeah.
And he got his peg and got a proper job done.
I know, I thought that was a chance. I really did. The way it looked, and had quite a bit of room.
You
know what I mean?
winning off that one.
Proper fancied it.
Nice days fishing.
Yeah, lovely days fishing.
So,
Where were you on? Weir,
I was on
weren't you?
Weir, just lovely days fishing.
Yeah.
I had 85 pound of all sorts. Some pellet short, some pellets long, some maggot short.
Yeah.
I ran out of fish. There were just a few too many people on Weir.
Yeah.
There were 16 people on Weir. 16 people on 17 pegs.
It's one of them, isn't it? But again, lovely days fishing.
Yeah. I come second on my lake, £90 won me lake.
Yeah.
Not a chance, unfortunately, on that one.
Well,
and then lastly, I left you to it.
Yeah, so you were on the Dower Masters, weren't you, on this one?
Yeah, I wasn't fishing it, I was just there.
Yeah, well, yeah, we talked about that, Jay. Midweeker at Partridge, obviously sell out as well, so I've drawn Covey 5 again. I always draw Covey 5. I do like Covey 5.
You are a drawbag at Partridge.
I am, and 130 as well, which normally, like, I did run to it, to be fair, especially when I knew 115 hadn't been drawn. Wind was wrong, so wind was sort of like coming towards it. It was like an easterly, so it favours like top pegs on Covey 6, 149, 151, things like that.
Yeah.
But it was like really muggy and warm and just like fish everywhere, carp everywhere.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So I've done some mugging rigs for the carp, and I've done sort of 4 shallow rigs, because on where I was, like, I have these bulrushes that came across. It was like 3.5 foot underneath them. So I'm like, with it being so bright, all the fish I thought would be under that, but just weren't. Started off mugging. I've like just before all in, there was a carp, sort of like, it looked like £5 swimming towards me. I'm like, so I baited up with my double maggot. I'm like, please shout all in, and it was there. Please shout all in's gone. I've just gone wallop, and I've had an 8-pounder literally before anyone's got like bait in the pot. I'm like, right, shout all out then. But Dale Shepherd was opposite me on 113, and he's done exactly the same. He's mugged 3 big carp and an F1 in the first sort of like 10 or 15 minutes.
Has he?
As soon as I've hooked that first one, I think I went 30 minutes without a bite. But I was chasing these fish around. They're an absolute nightmare to catch, you know what I mean? Just went out of my peg. But I'd been feeding casters, priming it under under the rushes. Went on it and I had a good run. I had like 10 F1s in as many goes in. I thought, oh, here we go, we're winning. And then they just ran out of fish, as if they like backed off from me. They weren't catching anything to my left. Dale's had a bit of a lull mid-match, but then he's ended up like storming it last hour. He's had like 20 carp on a mud line. Because obviously where the sun is there, you get that shade across from you. And it was like amazing. I've not really set mud line up because I had like inches, like a metre off, so I didn't think they'd come into that. But I've had a nice day's fishing. I've weighed, what have I had, 99 pounds, so just short of £100. I would, like, Dale's, what's Dale come? Was he 4th in a match, Dale? Wasn't he? 140 pound. Yeah, I'm sure Dale was 3rd or 4th in a match, so he's won the lake. I thought, oh, it's all right, I'll get my section, I'll get 80 notes. But I was a blooming split section with Covey 6. So 133's gone and won my section with £120. And Dave Shires who won that, didn't he?
Dave Shires won it, yeah.
On 146, so not 149, but 146.
Why is that so good?
Mate, you want to see the reed beds?
Is that what it is?
Oh, mate, it's like bulrushes like folded in. And
it's been winning loads, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. And you just fish shallow into him, so well done, mate. He's done awesome. £159. Lee Riley was second with £149 on peg 4 on Covey 1.
4, yeah.
He's done well there.
Yeah, I think peg 2 wasn't drawn.
Oh, was it not?
I think so. They had a bit of room, Lee.
No, he's done well there.
But still.
But yeah, no, brilliant day. And I think Dale was third. I'm sure he must have been third, £140, because Kieran was fourth.
40 was, yeah.
With 130 on Willow. So
Yeah.
again, phenomenal fishing. You know what I mean? These venues you're going to, but we just keep going. You know what I mean? It's just one of them, J-Lab.
Just keep swimming. Wait till you get.
I've got 2 more goals left. I've got Herringbrook coming up, and then I've got Lindome. So I've got a couple of golden meals and maybes. Yeah. So fingers crossed, folks, that we'll get through to one of them very, very soon.
Yeah. Right, so we hope you are enjoying the video that you're watching. If not, have just watched. But what we'd also like you to see is the packages that we include for our more technical, informational stuff, where what we can bring to you is all we pretty much know about the technical side and our match style side of fishing. And what we have, you are, of course you are in this bit. We have 2 sides of things. We have the basic package that for $4.99, you can watch us fish live matches, a Q&A every month, and additional stuff from Matty Dawes with live matches and more technical stuff on his side. Or we have the all access package where you can literally see technical insights, live matches from us, but also some of the best anglers flipping on the planet. I mean, we treat it as 3 days coaching for us, and we go out and we show you what we're learning for anglers like Darren Cox, Andy Bennett, Des Ship, to name but a few. Well worth a look if you fancy having a little bit more fishing content to watch.